I've been straight up neglecting the B5 recently, so today, it's a B5 video. We're doing a bunch of things, and we're gonna make her not neglect it anymore. If you don't believe me, wow, it actually kind of looks clean. No, you can see it. It's dirty on camera. Anyway, first stop is our resident. I'm the Gyeon, right?
Yeah, you're the Gyeon.
What is a Gyeon?
It's an uncultured white person.
That's my friend Joey. You may remember him from a long time ago when we did a video with him and our friend Jeff. So, we're gonna get rid of these old stock boys, and we're putting in some shiny ones from XS Power. These are chrome. We just have to get these. These are my least favorite VW Audi clamps. I was just complaining to Joey about them. These guys, those are my least favorite VW Audi clamps because they're freaking impossible to get off. Just took them off at the T instead of taking them off here, so I didn't even have to deal with my least favorite connectors. And now, maybe I didn't loosen. No, that's loose. Come on. It should just come out. I might need two hands. I just smacked my head off the hood. One out, two out. So we'll slide the new ones in there. We got a 034 Motorsport line hidden in here. We may have found another issue. This is the T that goes on to the eventually connects to N75 here. This hose has been replaced at some point, and it is very crispy. So we have to go back to AutoZone to get a tiny section of hose for this, but that should allow us much more freedom. 2 trips to AutoZone later, we have a new hose there. The boost hoses are here. I need to zip tie these together because I don't have a hose clamp that'll fit around that. These are XS powered purely diverters. There's no splitter in it, but it should free up some boost. And I think we might have been losing some vacuum here, so maybe they'll actually open properly. All right, good news. We got the diverters in. There's no more "too" when you come off boost, which I would imagine is either related to that grimy hose that we fixed or the old diverters just not working. Anyway, so moral of the story, the old diverters weren't dumping boost and boost was going back out through the turbos. Not ideal. The car seems really happy. It doesn't make, I was expecting like a tss noise. It doesn't really make that, maybe because I'm running stock boost pressure. You can hear it just slightly if you're in the car and the windows are up, but it feels happier, it feels healthier. All right, next step into giving the B5 some love is bringing it in the garage, giving it a little polish on the roof to get that junk off of it. But this is our current lighting situation. This is all the light that we have in here. Don't mind the mess. Another video will clean all this stuff up and organize it, but that's all the light that we have in here right now. It is not very bright in here. We went to Ace Hardware and we grabbed a conversion piece that fits up there, so we'll turn that light into an outlet. Then we'll go to Harbor Freight later and we're gonna grab 2 LED lights, one for that side, one for this side to start, and if 2's not enough, then I guess eventually we'll go to 4, but 2 LEDs is gonna be way better than that guy. We just added that instead of a light bulb. It's grounded, it's wrapped in electrical tape, and now we should be able to run one light that way, one light that way. Hopefully better than the previous wiring that they did in here. All right, the old Harbor Freight. I think we're gonna do the 5500 lumen ones, these guys, because the 10,000 lumen one scares me. I think that might be a little big. I'm not gonna lie, I looked at a lot of things at Harbor Freight. I showed a lot of self-restraint. I think I set a world record for world's most mature Harbor Freight run. I got 2 lights. I got cable management clips, which will also replace the ones that are falling down. And then I got this for the garden hose. But that is a responsible Harbor Freight trip. Not pictured is, I gotta set another package of gloves for the shop as well. But I'm really proud of myself. All right, light test. I go up here and plug this in. Plugged in. Okay, moment of truth. Hey, nice. That's bright. Turn the power off, the light goes up. Turn the power on, let's go, baby. All right, second light ready to go up. I don't really know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. Oh yeah. Look at that, it now looks really gross and grimy in here, and I'm gonna have to spend more money painting and getting flooring. Sick. Lights off. Lights on. So much better. Little cable management up there. There she is. Unless there is something obscenely wrong with this, if you're a contractor or an electrician, don't leave me a comment because I don't want to hear how poor of a job I did. I'm stoked on this. It's nice to have light in here, and it makes me realize how much we need to do things like paint the walls and clean all this crap up and put cabinets in and that kind of stuff. I would like to get rid of all of this. Maybe like some cabinets on the wall or something, but for now, we're taking step one, which is adding light. And like I said, that should motivate me to make further progress on all of this. What can you do? I have a shop down the road, so, you know, car stuff and the house stuff, and I gotta figure it out. With time, it'll come. All right, next day here. The B5 is inside. Can't see anything, but are you ready? Boom, baby. So sick. I'm so stoked on this. I can't even describe to you guys. I know the rest of the garage looks like poop, but I can see. Before we get to polishing out this roof, which is the last part of this video, the other day I got some detailing supplies in from the homies at Gyeon, and so I decided to pull the passenger seat out of the car because I had noticed a little bit of crustiness. Wait till you see what I found. It is gross. Also, definitely let me know if you want to see more garage content because I'd be happy to make videos all this place. Taking the seats out themselves, pretty straightforward. 2 6mm in the front, a couple Phillips head in the back, then we just disconnect the battery. These come right out. Then we'll have access to all the carpet. Not nearly as bad as the Infinity that I just did, but look at this. We got some coffee or something that's just gooped up all down in there, so we'll have to take care of that for sure. Alright, check this out. I pulled the cup holders out. If you look down in there, see it right through there? Right through there, there's a bunch of orange gunk. I don't know if it's like a cappuccino or what, but that is disgusting. I'm gonna do my best to get that out of there. Alright, I'm going in. That's all like orange, dusty stuff. I don't know what the heck they spilled in there. Like, is that coffee or is that... No idea. Alright, from here I'm gonna hit it with a little Gyeon fabric cleaner. That should take the rest of this. Like, there's only a tiny bit of residue left out there, but I'll do the fabric cleaner and I'll do a drill brush, and that should get the rest of this out and get rid of the smell, whatever the steam didn't already clear out of there. Now these aren't even really that dirty, but here's the front and here's the back after some steaming and some brushing. You can see how much more depth there is in that carpet than there is here. I'm gonna continue steaming and fabric cleaning and drill brushing and extracting. There's the finished product. That's the rears. That's the front. You can't really see up in there. Well, you can. Way, way, way better. It feels really good to have this fully clean to my standards. Now, as you can see here, my 3-year-old has decided that it's a great idea to step on the car seats. So we gotta clean that off. For the seats, we'll actually be using a kit. This is Gyeon's Leather Set Mild. This is a leather cleaner and then a leather protectant as well. It's almost like a coating for your seats. So we gotta vacuum these. Gotta get all this crap cleaned off with the brush, and then we'll go ahead and coat the seats. Exciting! I've never coated seats before. This is Gyeon's Leather Cleaner Mild. This is a pre-coating leather cleaner, and the kit also comes with this fancy brush. Very good for leather. So all you do is you lay it on there, work in one section at a time, you work it in, and then you wipe it off with a microfiber. Now we're gonna use the Q2 leather coat. This stuff's sweet. All we have to do is put it on this fancy applicator pad, rub it in, and it says that this will make, this will protect against dirt, water, and UV rays, but it also softens the leather and makes it easier to clean. So this is a pretty cool product. I'm excited to try it out. It says put it on and then let the seat sit for 15 minutes. So we'll do that. We'll go clean the rears of the car while we do that. It's supposed to work very well. Probably shouldn't get it all over my lens. Now for stuff like this where he's kicked all over the back of the seat, like over here, that kind of stuff, Gyeon makes a Q2M interior detailer. This is a spray, I believe it's alcohol based, so it disinfects and it also evaporates really quickly, but all we're gonna do is spray this down and then wipe it with a microfiber. I might go overkill and brush it a little bit, but I think it'd probably be fine with just a microfiber. We just spray it on. I don't even need to do this, I can just use the microfiber. But it looks more professional detailer if I do this, right? Detailers love to get out their brushes. And this is safe on all surfaces. And then we just wipe her down. And it's like nothing ever happened. As you can tell, those Gyeon detailing products are top notch. I was genuinely impressed, especially with how good the passenger seat looks. It's a completely different color than the rest of the car. I mean, let's see if you can tell. I don't know if you can see, but like, this seat is all shiny and glossy, and that seat is like nice and flat, and oh, it's just so good. I'm gonna polish the roof because my buddy Cam has been on me about getting rid of these weird marks. I don't even know what they are. My buddy Mike, who owns a body shop, thought that it was like water underneath the paint from a car cover, but we heated it up with a heat gun and it didn't come out. So far, it's just polishing out. Cam's been on me since I bought the car from him in December to polish this out. So I'm gonna polish it out, and then I don't know if it'll be in this video, but I'm gonna finish up the interior on this car, and then we have to do the SQ5, which is way more of a disaster. So big shout out to the homies at Gyeon. Let's jump into a little bit of polishing action here. If you guys don't know, the reason I'm masking this stuff off is polish is a pain in the butt to get off of black plastic surfaces. Just likes to hang around. The most important thing to note with this paint is we are not chasing perfection. The other thing to note is if you're working on an old car, especially a car from like 2000, especially if it's red, you want to have the paint depth check. So I went over to my buddy Mike's shop and we depth checked all the paint. The roof is 4 mils everywhere except for where the previous owner polished one small spot. That's at 3.5. So we want to make sure that we're not going too crazy here because there is not a ton of clear coat to work with. And by the way, in that paint checking process, we found out that the entire car is original paint except for the front fender and half of the front door. Now, if you'll see, this is the spot that the previous owner polished. And you can see that even in there, it's still present, that whatever the stuff in the paint is, but this is already thinned out. You go up here, I've been polishing this side, but even there, you can still see it. The nice thing is when you take a step back and you don't catch the light, it's not as visible. We didn't do ourselves any favors with these LEDs because now you can catch every imperfection. But when you get over here, you can see how much more noticeable that stuff is. So we're gonna make that try to look like this. That is success here today. I think it is etched to clear somehow. You could probably get it out wet sanding, but again, the paint is thin up the roof and it's original. I don't want to go too crazy. If it doesn't look good after all this, we may just wrap the roof gloss black. But I want to at least try polishing it and getting it to look like 85%. As long as it's not noticeable when it's just sitting there outside, I'm cool with it. Alright, big time progress made. The entire roof has been, I guess you would call it like a correcting compound. The entire roof has been cut with a microfiber and a heavy polish. Now we're going to come back with these bougie pads and basically like an all-in-one polish, and we'll finish it out. And then I'm just going to coat it. It's not perfect. In direct light you can definitely still see like all this etching, but I'm really nervous to go too heavy and burn the clear. I think I'd rather have it be not perfect and like see a little bit of funkiness in it than be chasing perfection, burn through the clear, and have Mike have to repaint the whole roof. I think that's the move. It sucks because I want it to be perfect, but like if you catch it like this, it is perfect. If you look up close, you can see the lines. So maybe I'll just have to stand back when I look at the car. Free as will ever be. What? What happened? The power went out? Okay, so the power literally just went out. I thought that this was my wiring and I tripped a fuse or something, but unless I really messed up, the entire neighborhood is out, so. Now that the power is back, the roof is officially polished out and looking way better than what it was. We do have to do this trunk. This trunk is in the same situation as the roof, only it's significantly more swirled. So, tell you what, this video was a very successful Give the B5 Some Love video. We got new diverter valves from XS Power. We got some Gyeon products in the interior, and we finally polished all that gunk off of the roof. I will leave you guys with a time lapse of this. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It's at IgnitionTubeYT. And thank you guys so much for watching. Go out there and spread some positivity, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. B5. Alright, time lapse, right. I don't have to end the video normally.